milestone out of the water. I know it's not like a, ginormous milestone, and my channel is still quite small. I just want to thank you guys for all of the support. It means so much to me. This video, I'm pretty much just gonna yap again. This time, more, I guess, about me as a person and my interests. Last video, I did ask for some suggestions, and I got a few actually. The hard part though is I could only pick one, so I decided to go with this. But I got a couple comments and some DMs with a lot of really interesting ideas. And if your idea didn't get picked, don't worry. Don't worry. I do plan on doing all of the suggestions eventually. And thank you again to anyone who gave those suggestions. A couple I actually had in the pipeline, so keep an eye out for that. So, I'm just gonna give you some more info about myself. So, please sit back, relax, and let me yap you to sleep. As some may know, my name is Lex. Lex. L-E-X, Lex. I am 18 years old. I am from the United States. Lex is not actually my real name, but it is a real nickname. Most of my family and friends in real life call me Lex rather than my real name. I'm not quite sure exactly where that name came from, but my cousin I work with started calling me Lex, and I think it was more of a joke or like some kind of way to tease me, to annoy me. And initially it did. Eventually, everyone kind of joined in on the joke and started calling me Lex. And it kind of got to a point where, like, people would just unironically call me Lex at work. And then, him being my cousin, whenever I would go to visit family, he'd start calling me Lex. And then everyone there would join in too. And then, whenever my friends came to my work, my coworkers would only respond to me being called Lex. So eventually my friends started calling me that too, and it just kind of stuck. I thought that he kind of just was talking about like Lex Luthor, and I don't know why. I don't even look like Lex Luthor. The only thing I know about that guy is he's like bald, and I'm not bald, so it made me mad. But eventually I kind of just said whatever. And now I kind of go by Lex more than my real name. But now to kind of shift the topic to this channel, I ASMR. The summer of my incoming freshman year, I was looking for solutions to my insomnia. And I ended up looking into ASMR and kind of falling down a rabbit hole. And somewhere along the line, I got into specifically furry ASMR. I think, for me, one of the first ASMR artists, one of the first furry ASMR artists that I listened to was Pocket Fox, which, if any of you are familiar with that channel, then you'll know, like, that's like kind of an older channel by now for me anyway. But that channel really got me into furry ASMR, and I started listening to that instead of regular ASMR. Something about the specific triggers and how they went about, their videos. It felt different. It felt more unique. So, fast forward about 4 years of me listening to that. In about September, I really wanted to kind of try my hand at it, because the work that ASMR artists do, at least to me, is very important. It's gotten me through some very hard times where I really have some trouble sleeping, and I kind of wanted to try to be able to do that for others. So a couple months later, I made my first video, and well, I tried. It was my first attempt, and it wasn't that great. But I feel like I've improved a little bit. At least, I hope so. And I plan to continue improving in any way that I can. I have the overall goal of this channel just to relax people, and with the results so far, I'm a little blown away. It makes me really happy just to be able to help people relax, along with starting my channel. That point also served as really my, kind of getting into the furry fandom. Because, I guess I technically was a furry before that. With my channel, I also kind of wanted to, really interact more. I'm still pretty new, but I'd like to use, this platform just to have fun and make people happy. That's really my end goal here. Just to make others happy. I think it'd be a pretty cool way to make some new friends. I'm pretty shy, IRL, but this fandom, everyone seems really positive. I feel like a lot of people are so positive, and, open, I guess. That's other than the channel and the fandom. Something I talk about a lot in my Ramble videos is my broadcast class, especially last video. That's a big part of what I do today. I started in my freshman year of high school. I initially took it because I enjoyed video editing, and I thought I would be able to kind of slip through that class with an easy A just by editing videos. But ironically, the journalism part of the class is the part that resonated with me. Just something about being able to tell people stories and make them feel like their voices are heard is really appealing to me, and I think it's something that I'd like to do as a career. This is way down the road, of course, but it's for sure something I'm interested in. I think I really got my interest in the class my sophomore year. I was covering this, it was a coffee shop at our school that was being held by the SSN. So I went to do a little report on the class, on the coffee shop that they were holding. And initially, I was just doing it for the grade. But after I aired the segment, one of the kids came and talks to me. He was just talking about before that segment, he didn't really feel like he was seen in the school. And that was the first time where he felt like people had kind of heard his voice and made him feel seen. He said that was really nice to feel that way. And I think that was kind of the moment I realized, yeah, maybe I want to do this. So yeah, I just kind of want to dedicate myself to telling people stories. If I can make people in a community feel seen, feel like they have a voice, and that people care, then it's something that I want to do. Well, I mean, that, and I'm good at, video production. A few months ago, comes to like having to keep track of a ball or like having to, you know, like make a goal or put a ball in a hoop, you know. I suck. But I saw track and I was like, you know, there I only have one job. I just have to run. So I tried out and I made the team. I was, you know, I just like to run fast. Something about having absolutely nothing to focus on but the rhythm of my body running, trying to find a perfect cadence and stride length, and trying to build that up and progressively get better. Nothing to focus on. That it's like all my problems fall away and I get to just run. This season, I really gotta lock in. I was able to make the champs meet for junior varsity last year, which was insane. You know, of course, the junior varsity meet it's just like, you're good, but you're not the best. So, but still, you know, I was kind of happy that I made enough progress, like just in that short amount of time, to be able to make that meet. I didn't win any of my races. Well, I didn't lose either, so as long as I'm not losing, I am technically winning. I always go by that mindset. But this season though, I really want to lock in and make some good progression, because being my senior year, I won't have another chance to do this again. But that kind of hurts to say. I mean, of course, I'll still run after high school. But not being on the track team and having to like find something else, that kind of hurts. Of course I can compete in college, but that's what I want. But I want to be able to compete. And, of course, grow with a team. That's the best part of track. Just being on a team. So I'm gonna make the most of the last 4 months that I have left. Another more channel related topic is my art. Before I started this channel, the last time that I actually tried to draw something was like a couple years ago. So I was very rusty. But that's okay. I was more into like landscape drawing. But with the furry fandom, with drawing furries, it's a very interesting learning curve, and one that I'm kind of enjoying. social studies so far, but it's kind of fun to get into this almost a different genre of like art. One channel that a channel that I've been watching that has helped me a lot recently is Mount Canyon, which I'll put a link in the description for anyone else who's drawing and might want to check it out. He makes really in-depth videos, and although he has a furry channel, he doesn't exclusively focus on the furry aspect of art. Even having his videos on in the background is kind of nice. It kind of got me thinking of making my own like ASMR to put on, made for playing in the background while you're working on art. Let me know if anyone would be interested in that. I think that's pretty much everything. I'm not a very interesting person, but that is, legs, I guess.